Three, two, one. What's up, George? What's going on in the House of Craze tonight?
In the House of Craze tonight, we have Mr. Fish Lee in the house. We're going to talk to him about his incredible comics. I read one of his comics right before we came on, so that's fresh in my mind. We're going to talk to him about that, and we're going to be updating you guys on what's going on our Kickstarters. So stay tuned for that in just a few minutes.
Let's get it.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze. Welcome to Catch the Craze Podcast. I'm your host with the most, Sam the Crazy Man, Vera, and I am with
George the Dreamer Medina. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Catch the Craze. It is Tuesday, October 28th. Lou is in the house. Carrie's in the house. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. Comment, like, share, hit the notify bell so that you know when we are going live, which is Tuesday nights usually at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are back again today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Hey, George, I just watched a podcast with Kevin Davis. Lots of fun and got that fun insight. Thanks, man. Yeah. No, that was cool. Yeah, Kevin Davis, big shout out to him. We had a nice conversation about the shameless plug and what, got me to do the little plug. Anyway, yeah, so please subscribe to the channel, do all that fun stuff. We have a great show tonight. We have Fish Lee, Mr. Fish Comics. Check that out coming up in just a few minutes, but we're going to talk about some of the stuff that we have going on. Sammy, What you got, brother? What's going on? Talk to me.
What's going on? Come and talk to me. Really wanna meet you. Remember the song? Can I talk to you?
I'm old enough to remember that.
What's going on? I'm hit a dry spell, bro. What's up, Lori? Lori, dry spell, man. I lost a backer. That's never a good sign. It's been 3 days. Already singing just for you, Lori, because I knew you were gonna be there. I knew I had somebody in the audience that's gonna appreciate, my
appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. So I had a dry spell past 3 days, and I lost the backer in the past 3 days. So, trying to get some excitement going tonight. I will be, if I get any physical backers tonight, I will be giving away bags tonight for every physical backer tonight. I will be giving away a bag. Me, I love singing. There you go. And so I got a lot of new things going on in the Kickstarter. I updated some of the tiers. I made it more enticing to try to really entice backers because I'm looking for readers. So the digital tier now comes with digital downloads of trivia and puzzles for Forbidden. So that's just being thrown in there. And then I brought back the 48-hour bundle, but I'm calling it the Backer Appreciation Bundle because it seems to be a popular bundle and because it comes with a lot more stuff. So it comes with everything that was on the 48-hour bundle, but now it's the Backer Appreciation Bundle. So that's live now in the campaign. So those are new there that I'm excited about. Yeah, we unlocked 4 digital milestone goals, so that everyone's getting 4 free comic books from 4 amazing comic book creators already, and we still got 4 more to unlock, and we are close, a little over $400 from unlocking the secret stretch goal the mystery stretch goal. So I'd love to unlock that one. I don't, so I can unveil it and show it to everybody. It's hidden. It's a mystery one. So yeah. So right now we got 15 days left of the campaign to go. To little 2 weeks, just about 2 weeks. So trying to get some momentum and excitement. I did a trailer to promote it. I'll show that on the show in a little bit. In my acting debut, and Arroyos Capollos. So yeah. So I'm just trying to be exciting, try to be as appealing to as many people as possible out there. It's kind of tough. But what are you gonna do?
It ain't easy. Big shout out to Lori Calcaterra, who's in the building. I was on her show earlier today. I'm making the rounds, bro. I'm making the rounds.
I know you are. I wish I could do it, but I can't. But yeah.
Hey, listen, man. It's like I was telling you before. I do one Kickstarter every 2 years, pretty much. Is what I do. That's what I roll. So that I have the energy to go on these shows, and talk about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a very nice conversation with Lori. If you guys want to check it out, she did her slice and dice on that show. So please check out the rewatch. Big shout out to, Lori's been doing this for a little bit now. And she talk about being creative with your stuff. She is one of those people that her Path of the Pale Rider world is insane. She's got slice and dice. She's got so many things going on. She's got, hot sauce. She's got, James, the big bear that she's got. I mean, it's a world.
High school.
Easy.
Hot sauce.
Easy. I thought you were gonna say big bear. I was like, whoa, slow down. Slow down, dog.
Like pique caliente.
Slow down, dog. Anyway, so big shout out to Lori. She does great work. Check out her campaign. Is actually right now she's still taking lead pledges on Path of the Pale Rider. So make sure you check that out. Check her channel out. It's dope stuff. So I had a chance to chat with her. I sat down with Kevin Davis, like AC said, on Friday afternoon. We had a nice chat. We went in depth into the shameless plug and all that stuff. So that was fun. I actually had a really fun weekend, impromptu weekend, actually.
I saw that. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, man. I went out to Cincinnati because I was going out there for a football game. Every year, my buddies and I, we go to different stadiums throughout the United States to check out a football game. And this weekend it was the Bengals in Cincinnati. And as we're driving to go get some chili with spaghetti and cheese, no chance, chainsaw, crazy. We saw a billboard for the Cincinnati Comic Expo, whatever they call it, the Comic Con or whatever it was. And so we decided let's just hit it up for the day. Let's go. Let's check it out. And we did. And I ran into Mr. Rodney Fike and his wife Tina, and picked up his graphic novel Roadkill Rampage, which I can't wait to read. Nice thick book, man. Nice thick book. Black and white, looks awesome. So I can't wait to read that. So big shout out to Rodney Fike if you're watching. It was awesome meeting you, my man. And now, man, then the grind continues on the Kickstarter. So Sam mentioned spins. I have one spin planned tonight. If I can get one backer tonight before 9 p.m., we can do 2 spins tonight for somebody to win the little golden ticket.
Big nuggets.
Get you a free graphic novel. So for those who don't know, maybe you're watching for the first time, if we spin tonight twice, there will be 2 winners. Those winners will receive one of these bad boys in their package. That will give them basically a golden ticket, which says that whenever they see me next year at any convention, the golden cap, Lori, cap. Anybody who sees me next year at any convention, they can tap me on the shoulder and say, George, I got one of these. And I will give you a free graphic novel. The graphic novel of the Shameless Plug completed. 140 pages will be yours for free, no questions asked. So let's get that going. Let's see if we can get one more pledge.
And
end of the night tonight, and you.
So this is the bag I'm giving away tonight.
Sam, let me finish, bro. Don't step on my stuff.
Right there. I want to show it right there.
You can't even see it. Take your thing in the background off. Let me finish my thought over here. Do you believe this guy? This guy's amazing right now.
Yes.
No. So make sure you guys definitely pledge. And also, Sam, this pertains to you. If you pledge to both campaigns, we are going to be giving away free prints. So if you pledge to both campaigns, you guys get a free print. Take your thing off so you can see the bag, dog. So make sure you do that. If you guys pledge to both, you are going to get that. There it is.
That's one of the prints.
That's one of the prints. Sam's got the other one. The shameless Sam.
That's the other one.
That's the other print. So
so you're getting two.
Support both campaigns, and you guys get both things. Both.
Yeah.
Now show your bag. Show your bag.
No, first I want to say shout out to JD Rosario. I got my Kickstarter in the mail. I gotta say, it just came in the mail today. I got Vicky Sticks and Shield of the Interceptor, and I got some amazing, really, really cool trading cards. It's pretty dope. So this is full of stickers and stuff like that. But so tonight, if you back the campaign tonight, not only physical backers, if you back the campaign tonight, not only are you gonna get this bad boy, this big beautiful bag that has drawstrings and everything, with the forbidden characters on the main thing, but Mr. Fish Lee has offered to give you a copy of his comic book as well, so you'll get a free comic book and this bag tonight by making a physical pledge tonight. So that's only tonight. You got to do it tonight, guys. Before midnight, before the glass slipper goes away. So a couple of really cool stuff tonight. And I do have one spin tonight because we did get to 30, and we're 8 away from the next spin. Oh, what's up? Nunez in the house, my brother from another mother. So we are 8 backers away from the next spin. We're a little over $400 away from this mystery stretch goal.
Bring in Fish.
Yeah, so we got some cool stuff, man. Cool stuff.
So
we're ready?
Oh yeah, dog. What are you doing? You're doing a spin?
No, I'm not doing a spin. You're doing a spin. I'm doing a spin later.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll do it after. We can do it after Mr. Fish.
So let's bring Mr. We got our guest in the waiting room. I don't know if there's the Matrix that's going on behind him. I see green. I see some crazy stuff. I can't wait to see what that is because my eyes are not so good. But let's bring in Mr. Fish.
What is up, guys?
There he is.
Welcome to the grave.
Man?
Thanks, man. Super happy to be here. Glad to see Lori and everybody in the comments having fun.
Yeah. It's a big family reunion over here, from what I see.
Yeah, man. Lori, I'm telling you, Lori is the best. You ain't lying. Yeah. She is smart. She is. As soon as I met her, I was like, this is somebody I need to keep close to me. And I've been hanging on like a freaking barnacle ever since. She is the reason that my book, Alice Lost in Wonderland, has so many like secrets and stuff to find. Because I was doing games and puzzles in my other books, and then she just took it up a level, and now I'm adding like hidden QR codes in places, and there's like secret messages to decode, and if you figure out the like real secret message, you get like this secret unlisted YouTube video. Lori's one of the only people that actually found it. And it's awesome stuff.
She definitely. I mean, she's the queen of that kind of stuff. And
she's also a good bodyguard if you need a bodyguard. Just saying.
Oh yeah. You don't want to
really mean high kick.
You catch hot sauce to the face. Man.
Man.
Punches, kicks, the whole 9 yards. No,
everything, man.
No, I know when I'm beat.
She even works. She works with those fork knives, whatever those things are.
Oh yeah.
The sai, I think the sai. That's what they call them, sais.
So Mr. Fish. For those who don't know who you are,
sounds like a Marvel comic character.
I love it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Is Fish really your first name? Is that just something you go by? Like, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
I am Mr. Fish and Mr. Fish Comics. I am the fastest working man in indie comics. I have worked on, I think I just finished my 118th book in 6 years that I've worked on.
Wow.
And usually that is as the penciler, inker, colorist, and letterer. Like you give me a script and I give you a finished book. And I am just now wrapping up, I think, my 22nd book of my own, counting books and mini comics, because I do these little mini comics to go along with my series. And so like the one for Alice Lost in Wonderland, the main book follows a grown-up Alice as a bounty hunter on the hunt for her adopted dad. The mini comics follow her as a little girl on a whole separate adventure. So you get to see the whole realm from a different angle, different time. Fun stuff. Lots of extra goodies to get. But yeah, I freaking crank out books, man.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. It's insane. It
It
really
is my
is.
full-time job, and it only took till I got to be an old man to finally get to make it my full-time job.
So Mr. How do you do it, dude? Like, how do you sit down with a script that obviously you write, and do you basically write your scripts almost as if somebody else is going to draw them so that it's easier for you to draw them, or are you kind of just drawing as you?
I work for myself when I'm writing a script. Now, the last two issues, issue 2 and 3 of Alice, I actually brought in my good buddy T.S. Luther, who was editing for me, but he's just too smart and too good of a writer. So I brought him in to write the scripts because we were already talking over like the arc. I've been working on this Alice Lost in Wonderland story for 30 years. So it's like my passion project. And I've got 30 years of time travel nonsense all weaving in around. And this person did this in the future, which caused this to happen in the past. And, and this begat that and all this stuff and all this generational trauma nonsense. And he really helped me see like how to carve down this giant like watermelon I was trying to take a bite out of to start telling this story, like how to carve it down into a piece that could be digested over like 6-issue arc. And we were figuring out what we were going to put in and what we were going to take away. And we were already working so closely, and he was already making that process so much better. I was like, hey, you want to take a write in this script, take a shot at it? Because I had another book to illustrate. And he's like, sure. And he did such a freaking good job on this thing. He brought so much to the table. I've gotten so many compliments on the series as a whole, but so many people are like, man, I loved the book, but issue 2, it just really took off and the world got so much richer and deeper. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
Yeah, thanks.
He brings so much to it. And that's the whole collaborative thing of it. Like, I can tell an awesome story by myself, but when he brings in all his experience and history and life and all that thing, and he brought such an emotional tone to it, he brought some really painful emotional moments that like hurt my feelings to have to draw. And then he'll take side characters on like a 4-page little side adventure that I never would have wasted the space on. I would have had like space pirates punching you in the face. He goes on this little side adventure and you see these side characters like, it's so exciting. And then your heart's broken when, what happens to him happens to him. But, he's done stuff with it that I wouldn't have done. He's taken my toys in my sandbox and just put on this awesome play with it. And that inspires me to take it even further. And next thing you know, the books are getting longer than they were supposed to be. And it's beautiful, man. I love it. I'm having a lot of fun.
So for those watching, if you guys go to mrfishcomics.com, at the very bottom, if you join this mailing list, you can read the first issue for free, which is what I did. I read that first issue. And I got to tell you, man, you're talking about issue 2. And I'm like, damn, if issue 2 is that much better than issue 1, I have to continue the series because you did an incredible job at, taking Alice from Alice in Wonderland and just flipping it and doing something complete, which I didn't expect, especially with the White Rabbit. I did not expect that at all. That was dope. So I love that. But I wanted to ask you at the very end of it, you have a little, you talk about how it's 40 years in the making, right? And how you came up with the characters and the idea behind the characters. Why did you decide to go and use Alice rather than, say, for example, characters that we've never had heard of? Because and I asked you that question because when I was reading how it came about, I was interested in just that. So my question is, why did you use Alice?
That's the thing. She wasn't Alice forever. For 30 years. Her name was Ash, and she was a completely different, not completely different, but she was a different character. And the whole thing started out from her dad's point of view. And originally, like you've read in the book, it started out as just an idea about this like time traveling barbarian that could go anywhere at any time with this sword. Like, what if you gave Conan a TARDIS and he could just do anything? What would happen?
Right.
And it was really just kind of a power fantasy as a young dude. Like, what would I do if I had all that stuff? And, you know, I'd go on adventures and, you know, try and take over kingdoms and, you know, be a bounty hunter and do all kinds of fun stuff. But as I got older and I had time to marinate over this story, like my life changed. I grew up and experienced more things. I adopted and became a father. So he ended up adopting this little girl that was a time traveler like him. And then as I saw my friends and stuff from high school that like had kids way too young and, you know, tried to be a fun dad on the weekends, but didn't do a very good job. And like, you know, you've seen this kind of stuff happen before and seen the drama that can come from that and the generational trauma that happens. You know, you try and not make the same mistakes your parents did, and you make all new mistakes and your kids still grow up to hate you and all of this stuff. And all of this stuff got wrapped into the story. And, you know, and then his daughter goes from loving him and being a fun sidekick on these adventures to eventually like being a teenager and hating him. And then she becomes one of his biggest villains, and it all cycles around, you know, time travel nonsense. And it was just this really cool time traveler story from the dad's point of view. And then I was talking with a friend and he was like, man, where do you get all these ideas from? And I was like, dude, you just do anything. Like, you know, he was having troubles where to start on his first like short story. And I was like, man, do anything. Do like fairy tales. Do Little Boy Blue, except, you know, the sheep and all the animals are like giant kaijus and he has to use this horn to, you know, make these aliens listen to him. Or, you know, or what if you took Alice in Wonderland, but she's like a wandering Ronin samurai and Wonderland is like an interdimensional rift. And I just threw it out there randomly and it burrowed into my brain and it wouldn't let go. And the whole time I'm cranking out other people's books, this idea of Alice with the sword and, you know, and this outfit was just stuck in my head. And then I was talking with a friend of mine and I was trying to figure out which direction I was going to go, because I realized I was headed in too many directions at one time. I was doing like 4 or 5 different series of my own, and I was just cranking them out left and right, but nobody could keep up with what I was doing. Yeah. And he was in marketing and he's like, man, you need to do one thing and do it well. And then everybody will know Mr. Fish is the guy for Green Zone or The Mighty Caw or whatever it is you want it to be. He's like, what story do you really want to tell? And I was like, well, the story I really want to be telling is about this barbarian, but I also want to do this one about Alice. And I was in the car one day and it hit me. If I cut out his daughter, as much as I love her, and I replace that with Alice, that gets the same way. Like, she comes in older, but she comes in, and if I change the story and I tell it from Alice's point of view, then I could jump to all the good stuff at the end where she already hates him and she's already on the hunt for him and all this stuff. Yeah. And I get to have a badass female protagonist as the main character. I get to put a sexy woman on the cover, which doesn't hurt. And, you know, there's lots of good things. I get to the juicy bits right away. And then the flashbacks can be like when she was a kid and she loved her dad and how she got here in the first place and all that stuff. And then I was like, this is genius. And the more I thought about it, if this is an interdimensional rift that we call Wonderland, I like to think it's close enough to our reality that the stories are seeping through and, you know, we see them in our dreams and like, oh, I just came up with an idea and write down what's actually happening there. And so all of the public domain stuff is happening here. So suddenly I could put this ancient automaton clockwork figure that I was trying to find a story to fit for. He could be the Tin Man and he can be your sidekick, you know, keeping her safe. Mm-hmm. And, you know, her dad with the bright white hair that is always jumping.
Wait, don't give that one away, Fish. Don't give that one away. That's the good one. That's the good one, dude. Because listen, we all know the story of, well, most of us, I think, know the story of Alice in Wonderland, right? You have the queen and you have the cat, right?
She follows the white rabbit down a hole.
The white rabbit down the hole. That's what I love. And I want people to read that. And I want them to to have the same reaction I had when I read it. So make sure you sign up. Go to his website. Sign up for the, it's just sign up to the mailing list and get that free issue, because that issue is gold. But what I wanted to ask you about that is we mentioned, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but you were going in and you were about to give the scene. I was like, no,
spoilers.
That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Don't spoil that. But I wanted to ask you, so I love what you did there. I love that why you used Alex, and that's a great explanation as to why you used it and how you used it and everything. And it still works, like you said. It actually works.
It's the same story,
right?
It's just all of a sudden all these characters fit into these archetypes.
Correct.
That we know and we recognize.
Yes.
And the gangster I was going to use anyway can be the Queen of Hearts, and
right.
all of this stuff suddenly fits. And,
so when I was reading the part about the dad and the where it turns for her, why does she hate him? As I was reading it, I'm like, wait, this doesn't make any sense right now. Like, why does she love? Because she's as you're reading this, she speaks lovingly of him. It's like, oh my God, she loves, and all of a sudden, she's like, yeah, you're looking for him? I'll find him. I'll find him for you. How much is it gonna cost? And I was like, wait, what the? But then
nobody gets to kill him but me. Yeah,
right. Because my thing was, wait, this girl was happy, and this guy ruined her life. How could she love him? So listen, I'm talking in code here because I don't want to spoil it. But once you guys read it, it's
juicy stuff, man.
It's juicy stuff,
and it only gets better. Like the scene at the beginning of issue 3, where. And it's on the Kickstarter page. You can see it there. It made me cry doing that because it was such a real argument between like a dad and daughter. And and you can see how scared she is and how he loses his temper and then he tries to apologize and she strikes back at him because she's a kid and she's frustrated and she's scared. And that hurt so much. Like that reminded me so deeply of like every time I tried to hurt my mom's feelings when I was a kid and I was upset, or every time my kid said something ugly to me or I lost my temper, I was teared up the whole time I was drawing those pages. But that's the kind of stuff TS brings to it. Like, I mean, I was going to bring the drama, but he like really hurts your feelings.
Well, I'm glad. Listen, so how far along are you in that story?
I've just finished up the inks the other day on issue 3, and I'm going to wrap up the coloring over the next week or so. And then it goes to the printer, which is like 30 minutes from my house. So that's quick turnaround. It was like 3 days last time. Wow. And then it ships out, and then we're going right into issue 4. And, so the first 6-issue arc, which isn't the end of the story, but it's a good, it's a good chunk, that should be done early next year.
I'm listening. This story right here, it was, whenever, and I hate to say this because I'm an indie creator, but whenever you go into an indie story and reading an indie story, you don't know what you're going to get. You really don't know what you're about to get into. It could be really, really good. It could be really, really bad. And then I'm thinking to myself, shit, I got Fish coming up. I hope this is really, really good because I want to be able.
That's how I met TS. That's how I met him.
Yeah.
Like, he saw me on TikTok and was inspired by what I was doing and that I was making a living doing this. And, he wanted to make a living as a writer, and he stepped out and became a writer full time and really, bet everything on this and was telling me how much he appreciated my inspiration. And he sent me his script and was like, would you look this over and tell me what you think? And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll read your script, sure. And I'm prepping myself for like, what's the nicest things I can say? Like, boy, you used a lot of words, and there's punctuation on every page, man. Good job. Because I mean, sometimes they're not good. And by the time I got to the end of reading the script for Hellion and Bash #1, like, I was so excited that I legit got mad when I realized he was already halfway through illustrating the book with his artist and I wasn't going to get to draw it. Like, I was mad. Wow. It was so good. I wanted to have my hands in it. I wanted to work on it. And I managed to letter the first issue. But, man, it is a good series and it's juicy. And I realized just how talented he was. And a lot like Lori, I was like, okay, this is a cat I need to keep close by. And So what I also realized, because he was doing this full time, he had more free time to work, and I work really, really fast. So like if I send you something to edit for me and it takes you like a week to get those edits back to me, like I'm ready to go to print by the time that's too
Damn.
long for me.
Right.
I got to keep cranking books out. So he works quickly. I could send him stuff and look it over, and he'd get it back to me that night. And so I started hiring him as my editor just to keep him close by. And then I realized that he had such an interesting background in marketing and stuff and knew so much more about this stuff than I do. Because like I spent my whole life studying art and storytelling, not marketing and sales pitches and business. Like I didn't do that stuff, so I got a lot of skills, but not necessarily all of those. And when I realized he was so strong in the things I was weak in, I was like, okay, we need to keep this cat close by. And then, I was giving him another chance to write something so he could build his resume, because he's aiming for like Marvel and DC. He wants to hit the top so he can come back to indie comics with a little bit of a following and do what he really wants to do,
Smart.
after having more exposure. So, hey, if some extra notches on your resume helps you get there, man, I'm all for it. And if I get awesome books written in the process, that's win-win, man. I love it. He brought so much.
Has he written the first 6-issue arc already of the story, or
He's written issue 4, but he's also writing stuff for other people. And he's writing his series, The Digger, that's coming out through Invader Comics. You can like pre-order it now through the catalogs and stuff. Okay. So he's been working on a lot of other things. He's like working on issue 3 of Hellion and Bash. He is a busy cat now. Since I started paying him to write stuff for me, that really gave him the boost to be able to get a lot more jobs and get a lot more publishers to pay attention, because they're like, oh, okay, you've got several things done now, and people that aren't you have published them as well, so you must be good. And that little bit helped him get his foot in a lot of doors.
And your speed helps him out so much, because as soon as he writes something, it's drawn. You know how valuable that is as a writer, to be able to have somebody just draw whatever you wrote. It's done and you're ready to go, because you can show this now. Look, I wrote this. It's not just a script anymore.
I freak a lot of people out when they work with me for the first time, because a lot of times, like indie comics guys, we're used to like hiring guys that do this as a passion project, and they have a day job and they coach soccer and they they're Cub Scout leaders and stuff, and then they come home and they work on a page for an hour or two before bed, and they put out like a page or two a week, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I respect it. I couldn't do it. I don't know how they do all that. I don't have enough in me to do that all at the same time. But when they work with me, and I have a jacked up nervous system, and it makes it hard to walk, talk, and see a lot of the times, but I crank out pages really freaking fast.
You do.
And
they look great.
Freak out when they just start getting penciled pages in their inbox. And I'm like, take your time and approve them. You don't have to approve them all right now. Like, you don't have to approve as fast as I'm sending them to you. Really look it over, see if there's something I need to change. I will, if I have an idea that I think might make this page a little better, I will just draw it and send it to you, because it's quicker for me to show you what I'm thinking than to spend 3 pages in an email trying to explain what I'm thinking, especially if you're not a visual thinker, like some clients I have aren't. It's way easier to just pencil it. And if you want it to stick like the script, I'll go back and redraw that page. No problem. I just wanted to show you what I was thinking. If you don't like it, that's cool. I've had to redraw twice, but the rest of the time they usually love it.
So tell me a little bit about your artistic background. Like, did you go to school to learn sequential art? Is it something that you just picked up reading comics? Like, tell us a little bit about how you really crank these things so fast, dude.
My life was over in like 82 or something, 83, 84, somewhere in there, when Scooby-Doo and Scrappy had their first episode, and they were saving a comic book creator from his creation come to life. And I saw that you could have a job and get paid money and work in an office to draw superheroes all day. it was over. I was done for. There was nothing else I was going to do with my life. For a brief moment, I considered being a superhero, and then I pivoted to supervillain, and then I went back to comics. But I've always loved the medium. I've always loved the characters. I love the visual storytelling. I was lucky to grow up with a lot of really talented storytellers around me. A lot of people called them liars, but there were like there were guys that could spin a tale that would keep you, it's BS, but it's so captivating that you just can't get enough of it. And the way they could craft a story about going to the gas station to get a pack of cigarettes and make it this epic tale that you're on the edge of your seat. I studied what they were doing and how they did it to try and learn, how to be interesting like this. And, between that and my artistic ability, if I had a lot of money, I would probably be making movies or animation or something like that. But I can do comic books quicker than I can do animation. I don't have to find a whole bunch of friends that can act and get them together to do videos. I can do the whole thing by myself if I have to. And so that was the easiest way for me to get my stories out there and get them told. And I'm good at it. I'm lucky that the thing that I love the most also happens to be one of the things that I'm best at. Now, granted, I've spent 50 years focusing on learning how to do this, and to the exclusion of just about everything else. But, it's made me good at what I do. I really like singing. I really enjoy it. I'm no good at it. Nobody's going to pay to hear me sing, but I like it. I could want to be a rap star or a country singer. Ain't nobody paying me for that because I'm no good at it. But I am really good at this. And so I'm lucky that the thing I love is also the thing I'm good at. And I get to do it all day. But yeah, I've been making a living as an artist since junior high, when I started drawing people's D&D characters for money, and then drawing pictures of their girlfriend that they could give them, to try, win points. And I started designing logos for local businesses in high school. And I've worked as a sign painter and a muralist, and done, oh man, I've sculpted giant polar bears for restaurants, all t-shirts, all kinds of stuff that came along. But again, I was the guy that could do anything. I studied all these different things and knew how to do glass etching and all this, painting and muraling and all these other things. But when you're the guy that can do everything, you kind of get forgotten because there's not a little easy box to put you in. But if you're the comic guy, then when they want comics, they know who to go to. That's an easy box. And once I realized that, my business really excelled, and I really started making it in comics. But then I lost sight of that fact, and I started doing too many stories at once. And then I got lost again because you can't keep up with all of them. But if I'm the Alice Lost in Wonderland guy, then that's easy to remember. And so now I'm getting back on the right track again.
Well, listen, no, I mean, it's great. Now, I know your website has, like you said, a lot of the other stories. Have you put those stories on hold to concentrate on Alice, or are you still working on those stories that are on the website?
I mean, I still love those stories, and I still want to do more in those worlds. But other than putting out the Green Zone trade, which I'm going to put out next year with the collection of all that, and it's going to be like a director's cut where I'm going to re-edit the book together and make it one chronological movie sort of out of it. And I'm going to add some pages that I had to take out to hit the page count for the books and stuff. And there's some funny jokes, and there's some, dramatic scenes and stuff that just, they weren't necessary, and I had to keep within so many pages. So, I had to lose them, but I don't have to do that with the trade. So I can add them all back in again. I'm going to get that out next year, but I'm focusing on Alice until I get through the first 6-issue arc for sure, and then see where it goes from there. But honestly, I would be happy doing this story for the rest of my life. I'd be happy doing that with any of my books. They're all very, very different. Green Zone is about mutant cops trying to earn their citizenship in a world where it's illegal to be born a mutant. And if you can make it 5 years, then you can earn your citizenship and move out of the ghetto and make a better life. And it's really dramatic and deep and painful, and it's gritty, and it's a beautiful world to tell stories in, and I love it. And then the Mighty Ka, the Cro-Magnon, is just bloody R-rated Saturday morning cartoon fun. It's just a big beefy bird barbarian killing everything in the galaxy. Like, it's just awesome. It's just fun. He's swinging his giant sword. He's ripping people's heads off. It's so much fun. It freaking writes itself.
Right.
I could have so much fun with that for the rest of my life. But this story with Alice, man, this is my passion. Like, this is where my heart really is. And honestly, like, I've got 30 years of stories woven together that, like, if we get through half of it, it will blow your freaking mind the way some of these things twist around. And in issue 10 and 20 and 30, you will still be able to come back to issue 1 and see stuff in the book and be like, oh, that's what they did. Oh, I knew it. I knew that dude was up to something back there. You know, like,
Awesome.
That's the stuff I love as a fan. And that's the stuff I want. That's the experience I want to give you. Like, you know, when you're watching like Doctor Who and, you know, he keeps saying these words over and over again, and then you see it, you're like, oh, that's what the Shadow Proclamation was. That's what this was. That's what he kept name dropping all this time. And they probably didn't even know what it was when they started name dropping it, but they felt it.
Right.
And I love that. And making it an experience. Like, I've really started working on my packaging and things like that, because I want it to be an experience. I don't know if you know Charlie McElvey, who does Spider Squirrel and stuff. I freaking love his work. Zion Comics, he's freaking amazing. Spider Squirrel is one of my favorite books in the world. He was the first person I ever saw that got like custom packing tape with the logo on it. And when I would come to the door and I would see that Gemini mailer with the Spider Squirrel tape on it, I would get giddy like a little kid. I'd be like, oh, it's here. And I would grab it. I got Gemini mailers at my door every freaking day. And I never get that excited except when I would see that tape, and I would be so giddy. And I would run right in and I would cut it open and I would tear it open and I'd read it. I will stop working for a book for a new issue of Spider Squirrel. And I will only do that for like 3 books. So like, that's high praise. Yeah. And I want people to have that experience. So I've started like customizing my boxes, like the deluxe box, when you get like the bigger packages with all the copies and the t-shirts and stuff, or the full library, or all this stuff, you know, now like it's this awesome box with this cool logo on it, and you open it up and it's a whole experience as you go through it. And there's like a secret compartment that holds the poster in there. And there's the little mini figures, like, cause I'm doing these like 30 millimeter D&D size figures of the characters and stuff that you can get. And like, I want it to be this fun, exciting thing. I want people to see that at the door and be like, oh, Mr. Fish Comics. I can't wait. Like, that's what I want. I want people to be as excited as they do when they see one of Lori's books coming, you know?
Right. Yeah, of course,
That's
man.
awesome.
That's the goal. That's the freaking goal, man. So when is your next Kickstarter happening?
It was supposed to be at the beginning of the month, but we had a loss in the family. My kids lost a grandpa.
I'm so sorry, man.
There's just a lot of other things that have happened in the family that have meant a lot of trips lately.
Mm-hmm.
And being disabled, like, I look really good on camera right now. I look beautiful. But if you see me at the end of this, I kind of look like I'm having a stroke with my neurological disorder, trying to walk through the house. So like, lots of traveling takes a toll on me. So like, a weekend trip ends up being like about a week of me not being able to work much.
Right.
And that takes a lot of time. So between, you know, the funeral and all the traveling and stuff, I got a couple of weeks behind schedule. So I still have to finish Alice and get it out to the printer and get it shipped out again. And I don't want to start the next one until this one's shipped out. So I'm going to push it back. I may end up doing it in November, or I might end up having to push it to the first of next year. But
yeah, you're probably better off doing that anyway, because you know, shipping anything out in December is going to be nuts. I mean, shipping anything out in November is going to be insane. Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I've done November and December before, and November's my cutoff anymore. I'm not doing a Kickstarter past that because everybody is broke at that point. Nobody wants to be given money for a comic that's not going to get here till next year. If I can get it there by Christmas, yeah. But if not, no, they don't want it.
That's a good point, man. Listen, Mr. Fish, this has been amazing, dude. You are
your energy is infectious, bro.
You are seriously. I'm ready to go and write something right now. I actually was going to ask you, final question, I guess, unless Sam has something else, but I wanted to ask you. So, with all your ideas and these great, comics that you have that are kind of like, hey, listen, I'm going to focus on Alice. Sort of like what you did with Alice. Are you looking for maybe writers for those stories that you can illustrate?
Oh man, I tell you, what I'd really love to find are some artists because, if I had a little bit more money, man, I would I did a series of variant covers for the last 2 Mighty Caw campaigns, I think, and I had Seth the Moose do them. And he did such an amazing job. They're actually my favorite covers of the entire series, which kind of hurts my feelings a little bit, but they look way cooler than the covers I did. If I could afford to just hire him to do the series for me, I would 100% do it. And because I've got that outlined through like issue 26. And, like I said, he's a simple dude. Like, he kills everything that comes in front of him. He won't bow to anybody. He won't fall to anybody. He's too tough to ever back down. He's really simple. Eat, drink, make merry, and kill whatever's in your way. That's his thing. So writing him was a lot of fun. And there's a lot of stuff I would like to get to in that world. But there's only so much of me. Like, I crank out books, but also, like, running Kickstarters and stuff takes a lot of time. It hurt my feelings because I counted right before the show to see where I was at for the year. And I've only finished like 9 books this year. And I did like 23 books last year, I think.
Wow.
And that's a lot less. But I've also run 3 Kickstarter campaigns this year, which took time, and the packing and fulfillment and stuff takes time. And, which is good, but it's weird for me to have only done that many books. But, it is what it is. I would, if I could afford to bring some people on. But I'm hoping, it's one thing I'm hoping to gain by focusing on Alice for a little while is to build momentum with my audience, because another thing I realized is not everybody that likes Green Zone was necessarily interested in the Mighty Caw. They're very, very different stories. And not just because you like those doesn't necessarily mean you're going to like Alice. If you like the Mighty Caw, you're probably going to like Alice because there's a lot of blood and it's violent and there's a hot chick. So, you'll probably like it. But the audience doesn't necessarily translate. And just because I do a book for you doesn't mean that, that audience is going to want to come follow me. And so the other books I do for clients don't necessarily bring fans in that also like this stuff. So I really have to build an audience for like Alice to get it to the point that I want it to be at. And with late pledges still being open on issue 3. So if you want to go check it out, you can and still get a copy. With late pledges being open, like, I just now cracked $4,000 on that campaign, which is the first time for me on my own personal page, not going through another publisher. And that feels good. I'd like to get it higher than that and get it more regular. And then I could just sit down and do my own stuff all day. Yeah. But I've got to build that audience. I got to take that time and build them. And now that I'm not running in a whole bunch of different directions, I've broken through there a lot faster. Instead of hitting right around $3,000 on a whole bunch of different stories, I've started slowly growing up, and now I'm headed in the direction I want to be going. So as much as I want to do an issue of Caw, an issue of Green Zone, and an issue of Alice, this path is proving more fruitful for me, and I'm getting further. And really, if I had it to do all over again, I would have just started with the story that I really wanted to be telling and for me personally, because then instead of being like 20 something books into all these different series, I'd be 20 books into Alice. And it would be, I probably wouldn't have TS with me, so it probably wouldn't be as good as it is right now. But, you know, I would have just jumped in and done the book I was afraid to start doing if I could do it all over again.
Well, I gotta tell you, man, from reading your first issue, I think you would have been able to handle that story just
Oh, it would have been good.
Yeah,
it would have been different, but it would have been good. Like Alice has taken on this whole new characteristic between the two of us, and coming in as Alice and not growing up like as a baby being raised by Rabbit. Now she's, I explain her, she's kind of like that hot white chick with dreads at Coachella that, like, you know, she's beautiful and kind of greasy and smells a little and might stab you, but it's going to be a hell of a time.
Wow.
You know, like she's beautiful and she's dangerous, and I love her so much. She's one of my favorite characters I've ever worked on.
That's awesome.
Man. That's awesome.
She's greasy, smelly, beautiful, and dangerous. I love it. Love
The whole story gets started off because of those things. You know, she needs
With
a bath.
dreadlocks. That's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, Mr. Fish, thank you so much for your time, my brother. Definitely check out the website, guys. Like I said, subscribe to the mailing list. Get that first issue of Alice and read that thing. That thing is so good. Can't wait for your next campaign. I'm definitely going to be supporting it once it launches, man. And thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Lots of fun. And I love the show, man. I've really been enjoying y'all's energy, man. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely.
Peace out, bro. All right. So
Fish.
before we go into raffles tonight, that's Mr. Fish. Go check out the website. The link is in the chat. It's also in the summary of the show notes. So go and check it out. Go get yourself a copy. Go get a late pledge. Go to the Kickstarter and order yourself a copy as well. But I do want to play the promo for Forbidden, and then we're going to go into the spin. So here is the promotional video.
What troubles you?
Alas, my friend, I bear troublesome news.
Then we must drink.
Not just of I, but of all.
You are amongst friends. Speak freely.
I regret, our brethren have fallen at the hands of Nakra.
How many?
Not just one, but all.
All? Impossible.
The House of Box is no longer. We must plan. We must plan today. Darkness is coming.
There it is. There it is. Darkness is coming. Darkness is coming.
Oh, Samuel Vera. This guy. Hilarious.
How you like the locks? How you like the locks?
The locks. Yeah.
The Academy sees that.
Oh man, that is real deal.
That is the real deal, right? That's
Just wait till the Academy sees that.
That hair.
That
Yes.
is crazy, bro.
I grew it up just for you.
God. There you go. There you go. So are there more of those coming, Sam?
There are more coming.
There are more coming. You got the
There are more
bus.
coming.
It did him.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over. Oh God. All right. Get to your spin, Sammy. Go for it.
You don't want to spin first? All right, hold on. I gotta
go for
remove
it.
this. I gotta remove stop screen. I gotta go and add screen. We're gonna do spin the wheel.
Oh,
What
wait,
is
did
it?
you don't have it set up yet? Because I can go to.
Yeah,
can
I have
go-
it set up. Yeah, I have it set up. Hold on.
So we're gonna do spins right now, guys. But what's the prize, Sam? What's the prize for this one?
This one is the where is it? It's right here. This is for a copy. So if you're a physical backer and you win, you get the copy of the anthology for that was out on Free Comic Book Day with the short story for Herman. So
Okay.
you get that unless you were in Texas and you picked it up at the number of stores that had it on Free Comic Book Day. You wouldn't get it. So I'm raffling that off tonight. And if you are a digital backer, then you will get a Forbidden Puzzle download. So we're going to add that. Where's the share screen
Let's do it. Let's do it.
window? I'm going to do this entire screen. Here it is. Boom. Share. All right. Let's spin that wheel. Spin. There you go. Round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Let's see. Number 23. 24.
24. Every time you say a
24.
number.
24.
There it is.
All right.
Oh,
All right. Let's see.
Pledge
who-
number 24. We'll get that.
I'll get that in a heartbeat. Backer report. Douche. All right. 24. That's a digital backer. So you will get the Forbidden Puzzle. All right. So Ozzy, you won tonight. All right.
Do it.
Cool.
Do it.
Cool.
Steal that idea. All right. So just so you guys know, we are one backer away from doing 2 spins tonight. So we're going to do a spin right now. One backer away from a second spin. So if you're out there, pledge right now and we'll get to that second spin. But in the meantime, let's do that first one. Let me share my screen with Mr. Sam.
Let me
Bearer. Let's share that bad boy.
just remove my screen.
All right, I'm going to share that. Let me know when that's up.
That's a stage.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Spinning that wheel. Let's see where it lands.
81.
81 is the winner. So backer number 81 is the winner tonight. You will get this bad boy in your package. Remember, when you catch me at a convention, tap me on the shoulder, say, George, I got one of
Ozzy,
these, and I will give you a graphic novel for free. So there it is. Here we go. Let's see. Let's refresh here. All right. So that is backer number 80. We'll remove it from the wheel. And yeah, man. Who do we have next week, Sam? Or are we on next week? What's going on for next
Yeah,
week?
we are next week. Hold on 1 second. I just gotta. It was Ozzy Rodriguez. I'm just writing it down so I don't forget. Yes. Okay. Digital
Digital backer.
reward. Cool. Next week. Next week. What do we got next week? Killingly. We just had another person sign up to be on the show tonight. A Dash Hooper signed up tonight for January 13th for January.
Dash was on. Actually, he was watching, and he actually came on the show with Lori this morning. So big shout out to Dash. Dash. He's got a really cool book. So I'm glad he signed up to be.
Yo,
on the
dude,
show.
can you believe next week is November?
Yeah, dog.
Yo, this is
Indeed.
crazy.
Next week is
The time
November.
is just going, bro. When's it going?
Yeah, next week is November. Dash, met him this morning. Next week is November, and next week is actually the last November 6th is when my campaign ends. So
Oh wow, that's the week before
November
mine,
6th.
because yeah,
Yeah, and then
mine the week after
yours
yours.
the week after that, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
next week we have Ryan Permeason. So
okay.
Ryan's been on the show before, coming
Yes.
back, returning guest. So yeah,
Nice.
Ryan's gonna be on. Ryan's also a backer of the campaign, so we appreciate you, Ryan.
All right,
Um,
right.
yeah. But I do want to just remind everybody, that there are some new things on the campaign on the Kickstarter as well.
Talk
There's
about
a
it.
300 piece forbidden puzzle that's been
Yes, right.
added to the campaign to add to the forbidden experience. So you have these amazing trading cards, and remember, there's only 3 slots left for the super backer. 2 of them have been taken. So the super backer tier gets just about almost everything. Plus, you get me illustrating you as a character on a trading card that gets part of that foil pack. So it'll be in that pack. Plus, your character gets a bio that's going to be featured in the omnibus as well. So that illustration plus a backstory that I'll add, and you get to pick between being a mage, a mystic, a ranger, a creeper, keeper, or an assassin. And I draw you as a super backer. You secure your legacy in the forbidden realm, and you could be the belle of the ball and brag to all your friends that you are a character in the forbidden universe, and it'll come in that gold foil package as well. So there's 3 slots left, 2 have already been taken, so get them while you can. So this could be pretty dope. I'm up for the challenge. So the 300 piece puzzle's been added to the campaign. The super backer, we're down to 3 left. And then check out the rewards. They've been upgraded. So check out the reward tiers for anybody who's been on the fence, because there's about 60 of you still watching who haven't actually pulled the trigger. So go and check it out. I've made it exciting for all of you guys, and thank you to the super backers that already signed up to be illustrated by me. That's going to be dope. So I'm excited about that. We got 15 days left of the campaign. And I'd love to unlock some of those mystery stretch goals and unlock more of the milestone goals. So where we are, what is it, 18 backers away from the first backer goal, and we're $421 away from the first mystery stretch goal.
Lori's ridiculous.
The French girls with lips. She got because that's Lori's thing. So she got me at the parking lot. She goes, wait, hold on. I said, what? I said, let's take a picture. She goes, hold on, I gotta put on my lips. I didn't understand what that meant. And so I was like, what do you mean? You got lips? She goes, no, wait.
This is why you can't, Lori. This is why you can't tell Sam anything. So just put you on blast.
This is why she karate kicks me. Yeah, hey, you with your shacket. I don't want to hear it.
I love my shacket, but I'm not. I mean, that's nothing wrong with the shacket. Shacket is dope. Oh, Lord. I had to put on my lips.
I was like, Leo, let's take a picture. She's like, wait, hold on. I said, what do you mean you gotta put your lips? I was like, it took me back for a second. It's like, what is she talking about? Yeah, it was funny, but yeah, I can't wait to hang out with you at what is it, Texoma Comic-Con? That's gonna be dope.
I'm surprised you guys don't see each other more being in Texas.
No, Lori doesn't like doing conventions.
Oh wow. Damn, Lori.
And then she doesn't do the conventions that I do.
Okay, I think she.
Yeah, so she does these other. Every time she's either doing LCSs or these other shows, but I'm staying in DFW next year. Outside of Texoma, I'm staying in DFW. Dance off. That's it. Dance off. George is gonna be there. He's getting ready to break dance.
The Texoma. I think you guys should have a sing off. That's what I think.
I do conventions.
See, that's what I'm saying. Lori, you see this guy?
Outside of Texoma, I haven't seen her again. Because
I don't do. She just doesn't do your convention. The conventions you do.
Yeah, and I'm not doing the ones in Houston and San Antonio and Austin anymore. I'm staying in DFW next year.
She's gonna add you. Oh my God. No, but yeah, no. Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight, Mr. Fish. You were insane. I love the energy. It was amazing. Big shout out to all the backers on the shameless plug. Thank you guys so much. I'm $401 away from unlocking the next stretch goal, which is a secret page on the campaign, and hopefully we can get to 100 backers by next week. So let's make it happen over the week. You guys have been amazing about pledging for the campaign. I have 8 days left. It ends on November 6th at 8:15 p.m. So please make sure you you share, tell a friend, share it around, pledge when you get a chance. Elliot's in the house.
What's up, E-Dubs in the house?
So, and big shout out to Elliot. Can't forget Elliot's book, You Never Know, which is live on Kickstarter right now. Right now it's on Kickstarter. So go check that out. Elliot's got a book. It's an amazing book. Alicia and Elliot, you guys are doing an incredible job with this book. So make sure you check it out. You Never Know, live on Kickstarter.
You never know. Yes. And Lou, if you're down Saturday, we'll do a live draw stream Saturday. Marco wants to join, so it'll be the three of us. If you're down, we're looking at the evening. So I drew last Saturday with Marco, and shout out to JD Calderon. I was on his show this past weekend. That was pretty cool to hang out with him and Tom Hutchinson and all the guys. That was pretty cool.
I'm actually going to be on his show next weekend. Next week on his show on Tuesday at 9 p.m. right after this. So I'll be running out of here and going to that show. And
back all of us.
Yeah. And on Monday, I'm going to be on with Keith Gleason and Johnny C on their show, Indie Comics Relay. So I'll be on their show Monday night. And tomorrow night, I'll be on with Michael Gracia at 9 p.m. So I'll be making my rounds, man. I'll be around tomorrow. So make sure you check it out. Michael Gracia at 9 p.m. Get in tune. I'm going to be talking to him. And hopefully we can get some more of these pledges going. So
yeah, man, 15 days left. 15 days left, man. Let's try to get Forbidden to make a record with this one. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you everybody for watching us tonight. Again, if you like this episode, give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe. If you're listening to us on any of the streaming platforms, head over to YouTube, leave a comment, give us a rating, whether it's on Spotify or any other platforms. And when we grow, the independent community grows, and we truly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you again. And hopefully next week I can do another spin. If we get 8 more backers, we can do another spin. And remember, tonight till midnight, you got till midnight. If you have a physical pledge, you get a free bag and a comic. So with that said, Angel Nunez, Laurie, I grew up with Sam. If you want to, what happened to the pro code? What happened to the pro code? Oh, hell no. That's it.
Safety bad. Okay.
There's anything bad about him. He's a good man.
I'm here for the tea. Say less, Angel. Say less.
One love. I appreciate you, my brother.
Man, that's amazing.
With that said, I am Sam the Crazy Man, Vera.
George the Dreamer Medina.
And we are, I gotta find it, out. It's just easy. It's not.
Crazy. Acquiesce.
No, I was talking about my friend Acquiesce. I met him. Say my name, right?
This is what you were thinking? Oh, Lord.
He described me. He said, I'm the
What? Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze on Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.
Candy girl.